you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Alright, all your men have been to jail before? Whoa. And all the motherfuckers you run with, get done with, dumb quick. You gon' approach the dog with some bump. Alright, they go to click, 911. All over some dump. Ain't that something? It's remind me of clubs. Every time you come around, it's like, what? I just gotta get my. And I don't know who the you think you talking to, but I'm not him, right, Slim? So watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue. Or maybe they just saying that now cause they miss you. Try to diss you, that's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. Off the chain, I leave soft for the brain. Still want the fame, off the name. First of all, you ain't rap long enough to be with me. And you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is you they got you thinking that you Superman. I got the kryptonite. With the mic. That's characters, not even good actors. What's gonna be the outcome? Let's add up all the factors. You whack, you twisted, your girls are you broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody know. Your own man say you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mother. I never let her go. I'm tired of whining over that don't belong to them. What's wrong with them? It's up for real, like my mans in them, who get it all in the strength of their hands with them. Man, y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. I bring down rings so heavy it hurts the head. No more talking, put them in the stand. You keep walking, unless you're trying to end up. Cause if I end up fed, I end up. Cause you just soft type. What? Fake up dog type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is a dog, blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger the order, the more we run out. When up in there, everybody come out. When the body burn out, sun in the sun out. I'ma keep out. Running his mouth, I'ma run out. Listen, yo, it's about to be. You know who gon' find you? Some old man fishing. Grandma wishing you'll the rest. But it's hard to digest with the size of your chest. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. 1, 2, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, on my don't meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, on my big ball. Don't meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, on my lady. Don't meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, on my street people. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Just got y'all bouncing again, bouncing again, bouncing again. Man, that's got you bouncing again, bouncing again, bouncing again.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens. With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and out there is Tyler Loop to get us started. Off we go here in the inner harbor. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. one, good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
And his run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
Now you won. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Louis. What's that?
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good game on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
We go tonight.
The ball's out. One of the Ravens has it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and a great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken just shy of the goal line. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ric Flair.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. Room to run at the 35. Down the sideline, past the 40. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard
DC, run. DC. Hey, report.
Now the first carry for King Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Terrion Arnold.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm, just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Once again, it's Gibbs. Finding room at the 35. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Detroit.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Value three. Super one. Shell.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he will go all the way. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point try.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point
Blitz
conversion.
coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Malcolm Rodriguez in for the tackle.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
use their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. They'll go again here with Henry. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Raven first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Kirby Joseph there to make the play.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
On third down, Jackson. That's to the tight end, Kohler. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on third down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The Lions called their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Jackson. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
There's 2 big key pieces the way you want to evaluate quarterbacks in the NFL, Mike, is the first one, how do they operate on third down? But the second one, how do they throw the ball when it's not a clean pocket? And you saw here, the ability to be on time and accurate through contact, that's what separates the good ones from the rest, and that was a big-time throw right there.
Raven football, quarter number 2 begins, and they've got it with 3rd and 6 coming up. Again, it's Jackson. Flush to his right, taking off. He'll try a dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. And the Lions have come up with the football.
That was a great... play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Oh, he gets swarmed under. They meet him in the end zone. It is a safety. You are hoping your running back can do something to give you space. And, Greg, they got the absolute opposite. Instead, it is a safety.
Yeah, exactly right, Mike. That's all they're trying to do is give themselves some breathing room and get their quarterback out of the end zone on this next snap. But instead, the defense is all over it. They get in the backfield for the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Lions 41-yard
From
line.
the 41, here's 2nd and 7. On play action, here's Jackson. Exiting the pocket right. He's going to run it. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Henry. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run, and here's Henry. He'll take this down to the 2, but that is it. Good job by the defense to hold it to a gain of 3 and set up 4th down.
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on 4th down.
The offense staying put. 4th and goal from the 2. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
On 1st down, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. He's got a full head of steam. And he will dive into the end zone. 97 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a 1st down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
180.
From the gun, Jackson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on the...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. And this one is intercepted. It's DJ Reed. And the Lions will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
I think when he goes back and watches this film, that's certainly going to be a ball he wishes he could get back. He puts a little too much air on it, and they're able to make a play, and they get themselves off the field.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Hey, kill. What's that?
They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
12 yards on the play.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
They'll try it now with Gibbs. 1st down and more. He's inside the 35. And he's got another one. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. What a half he is putting together. That's his 3rd touchdown already.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try to run it and give it to Gibbs. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line, maybe a little winded after that long touchdown run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Now, faking the give, rolling right. He's going to look downfield once again. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big play there. Jackson to Flowers. 47 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So they move inside the 20. First and 10 at the 18. Here's Jackson. Quickly out wide, he'll get it to Hopkins. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 12-yard line.
Here comes second and 4. On the give, here's Henry. And he's into the end zone. What a response! Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Inside the 40. A long one from Gibbs. Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
We go tonight. 12. Maverick wall. 12. Hey, Todd.
He'll go play action with Goff. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Lions. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions tack on one more to their lead. 7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return.
40-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Now, deep ball for Bateman. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll start at the 2. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On first and 10, Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You can tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Second and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
At the 26-yard line.
Super one. What's that?
Goff to throw on first down. That one out wide to Gibbs. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
We're good.
First and goal, Detroit.
Here's Gibbs. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Hey, 76. DC. What's that?
From the gun, it's Goff. Pass Gonna be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Omar, ready? Ready? Shut up!
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
And now you get the pick 6, and right on the heels of that, the offense comes out to go for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try to run it in. And they continue to pour it on into the end zone. Tack on 2 more points.
15.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the handoff, it's Henry.
6-yard line.
And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Hey, Alphas, come on!
3rd and short, Jackson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
That is incomplete. Now they elected to throw